Okay, a really quick number crunching question for you. How many seconds do you think a casting person listens to your MP3 or watches your MP4 of an audition before they hit the stop button and move on to the next audition recording that they need to listen to or watch? Let's find out. We'll do that in this episode of the VO Heroes podcast. So I feel like you need to really be at peace with the numbers involved in our business. The average professional audition, whether it's on camera or recorded on mic for a voiceover, the average number of auditions per role in a production. Any idea what that number would be? Well, would you be surprised to know that it's around 300 to 500, depending upon the role? Smaller roles, fewer; larger roles, maybe even more, unless they have an offer out. But imagine that, and note that for commercials, there may be 3, 4, 5 people in the commercial. Certainly a lot of them are one person, but still, when you think about 300 submissions for that one role, and then the casting director or the casting entity, if it's a direct-to-client thing, they have to figure out how to line those all up and get ready to listen to them. Imagine the rights holders on ACX, where there are well over 600,000 viable narrators that could possibly be submitting for a particular title. I've heard rights holders tell me that they get over 1,000 submissions for their titles if it's a really worthwhile project. So these are numbers that are mind-boggling, that one person has to sit there and imagine. An audition can be 2-3 minutes long. Multiply that by 300 and you're getting 600 to 900 minutes. That's an hour, day's worth of hours. Here's why I'm asking you to consider all this. The notion that a casting person is going to listen to your entire audition, if it's clear from the first, and here's the answer to the question, the first 5 seconds of the audition. If it's clear from that first 5 seconds you're not a fit for this recording, they're going to move on. They're simply going to move on. There is nothing you can do about it. And no amount of teeth gnashing and no amount of raising your fists to the heavens and no amount of complaining to the union, if that's what you want to do, or to your representative or to your agent or to your manager or to the casting community via social media, none of that is going to make a difference at all. All the while, they want you to be the solution. They're hoping and praying that you're the right one. You are the right one for this part. They're sad when that's not the case and they have to move on, unfortunately, to somebody else, to the next one in the list of 3,000 to 4,000 tapes or recordings that they have to review. The numbers are not in your favor. And here's why I'm making this podcast episode, because you have to be at peace with that. You have to understand that that is the reality of our business. And because we've all begged for the democratization of access, that very thing, that very notion of see more people, be more inclusive, be more diverse, understand, that just adds to the numbers. And with a limited amount of time to make the decisions on casting and the fact that they have to provide selections to the directors and the producers of the projects they're working on, they have even less time for each one to consider. And so, just know that all the work that you put into your audition, it just might be for naught. Now, why am I being so viciously frank with you about this? Because we have chosen to be in a very weird profession. Very weird profession. What we do, for the most part, is what other people wish they could do from time to time. Oh, you're an actor? Really? You're a voice talent? Huh. You know, we have to understand the relationship of the numbers in this business. And if you don't, you're in for a world of disappointment and a world of hurt that is layered upon not being able to get the job most of the time because you're just not as good a fit as somebody else. You're not the choice. So now that you know these numbers, if you weren't familiar with them from before, now you are. If you were familiar before, I'm just simply reminding you of reality. Now that you know these numbers, how do you feel? How do you feel about the math of our business? Let me know in the comments below. Do that on voheroes.com. I would love to know what your thoughts are about how long a casting person will actually listen to your stuff. Now, if they like the first 5 to 10 seconds, they may listen to the next 5 or 10 seconds or pop around in your recording to see how you make your choices. So the numbers can work in your favor, but 99.9% of the time, they don't. And it's just a reality that you have to be at peace with. You have to be. You get to be at peace with it, but you have to be. This is one of those moments, yeah? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. You can also hit the like button if you kind of like what you're hearing. I don't know. You hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when these new episodes come out each week. I'd love to have you forward this to an actor who you've heard complain about how awful the casting process is and how unfair it is. Yeah? Okay. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I've done my part to ruin your day with the numbers, but hopefully you can be at peace with those because it's still an awesome business to be in. It really is. I will see you. Thank you for listening and for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of the VO Heroes podcast.